welcome to the channel. This is Clarityempress, the Empress of Clarity, here to do a live donation reading Thursdays with my Clarityempress Collective. So I hope everyone is doing well. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel if this is your first time here. If it's not your first time here, welcome back. Thank you, and welcome to the family. All right, we're going to get started in a minute, because this is, again, live donation readings. The moderators, when they show up, my family will put the Cash App up. I'm not seeing. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Hey, sis. Oh, I want one. Just, nope. A brother down there? I shut the door. All right, y'all. So what's going on, Miss Tuesday? Hi, my love. How are you? How are things? Oh, I need an update from you. But we got to sidebar that. Got the sidebar, the update, because that's, importante, but not on the channel. Monica and Black Cherry, how are you, my darlings? How are you, ladies? How was your day today? Okay, I will check into that. How was your day? My last 2 days are very, 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 very promising. Like, some of my readers have been saying, like, the ones I watched, they're like, blessings is coming, blessings is coming, blessings is coming. And I'm like, well, okay, because I need this year to be better than the last few years. And girl, it's shaping up. It's warm. Let me hold on. Let me pin the message. Okay, good. You want to unravel something deep. Yeah, I had a very interesting, promising meeting for some of the work that I do. It's really going to impact a lot of people in a positive way. So I'm excited about that. There's other potential things coming from it. That it's just a lot to be excited about. And I just didn't expect that yet. You know what I mean? I thought, I got my light turned the other way. I thought there were some other things that were going to take a long time for me to do. But Spirit is saying, no, it's not going to take as long as you think, because it already took long enough. So, yeah, so good things is coming. How is everyone else? All right. So again, go ahead and smash that like button while you're here. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't. And thank you for that. All right, so I'm going to do a quick collective. I have 2 people already. So you have Tuesday, and we have one of my people, FGG is what I'll call that person. And they have a specific question, and I can't, can I say it? I can say the question. I just can't say their name. They asked for anonymity, so I will do that shortly. But when I do it, we'll do a timestamp, okay? You ready, y'all? I got my wine ready. You got your wine ready? You got your wine ready, y'all? All right. What Spirit got for us today? Because the message is across the board. Choosing yourself. I can't tell you how that is so significant to me and my personal. I hope I didn't being that in my personal journey and how what's the word? Confirming it has been about choosing myself. And y'all heard what I shared with y'all last night on a personal level. I hope it wasn't too bad, too personal, but um I just feel like I don't know, the word's not edified, but I just feel confirmed because when I teach or well, one of the things they say about when you teach something you also learn it. So when I'm giving y'all readings, I'm also learning from what I'm saying. It's also reinforcing what I know or what I need to know. Sometimes I say something I that thought never formed in my brain before, but it formed then. That means spirit gave me that download to say. I learned something from that too. So I feel like everything has been really confirming the way I move, the way I live my life, the peace I have, the abundance that's here and the abundance that's coming. Man. Ooh, frappuccinos. All right, Spirit, give me a message for the collective. What do we need? So it's been a long road, but with perseverance, we shall arrive. You got the knight, will eventually be the king because he is the most persevering knight there is. The Knight of Pentacles. It's been a long road. This is past energy. It's been long. It's been a long time coming. So many things that you invested your time and your energy and your love and your attention. All of those things have been people think that folks are overnight sensations. That doesn't necessarily, no, it's talent and opportunity meet or talent and opportunity basically meeting, or preparation and opportunity colliding, right? And consistency is what keeps those blessings with you, right? Tell me more. Whew. Somebody about to put them burdens down. You got the Ten of Wands. It's been a long road. I'm trying to tell you, it's been long. It has been hard. It has not been easy. It is not a simple thing. It is not to be taken lightly. There has been some storms. The Spirit said everything is starting to change. This is the wheel of fortune. Things are starting to shift. As above, so below. When you was up, or when you was down, you couldn't wait to get up, right? Whatever the case may be, things are switching. And I feel like the karma for those who have been up doing the wrong thing, their karma is hitting them and they about to be down. So it's kind of like life is switching places right now with a lot of different things. Everybody's going and experiencing some level of karma and dharma. It all depends on what side of the wheel you reside on, you resonate with. But it's coming. It's been coming. It's been coming, and it's hard. It is. And some days are easier than others. Some days are harder than others. But as long as you still persevere, you come out on the other side. As long as say weeping endures for the night or something like that. Y'all know how I go. What? There goes that victory, Six of Wands. You can't win if you're not in the race. You can't win if you don't take a chance. You can't win if you never enter. Right? You wanna be the best of something. If you don't try, you can't. You wanna have something. If you don't open your mouth, you can't get it. So winning is and somebody might be having, Spirit says somebody may be having an ego death. That is for those that's on the karma side that have to learn their lesson. And that those that are on the dharma side are about to experience their blessings publicly. Both karma and dharma will be public, is what I'm hearing. Any more? Ooh. Oh, And then here's the likely outcome, which is the Four of Swords. But this is not that Four of Swords of it's not the heartbreak one. It's more of the let other people put out them fires. You don't need to lift a finger. You need to maintain your peace. And if peace means sleep a little more, do a little less, only focus on yourself, stop taking on everybody else's stuff, okay? Let them put out their fires. If there was no you, how could they do it? That's what you need to think. When it comes to lending money or offering favors, if there was no you, how could they do it? These same people will survive. That's where the burden comes from with the Ten of Wands. Spirit's telling you to lighten your load. Go ahead and take a vacation. Take a break. The fires and the problems, either they'll still be there or they will figure it out. But it is not your job. Okay? It is not your job. Spirit also said, because I just looked down, some people are going through some heartbreak right now, some sadness, some depression, some misery. It is happening for some. And other spirits just reminding you to keep your peace. Don't let anything and anyone disturb it. Because people will surely give it a try if you let them. So that what does that mean? Firm up those boundaries. Stop being as accessible to those things that cause you those problems. Also, pausing to react. Pausing to react. Um, Black Cherry had a good story. We were talking one night, and I hope I have permission to tell you, but there was some little boys at a store acting like they were abused and hungry. They might have been hungry, but they were acting as if they were abused. And you know, y'all don't know Black Cherry like I know her, but she's a hero. Like she is to a lot of people. Some may appreciate and some don't. And she almost put on her cape, but she put on her investigative hat. She took a little pause. She said, let me gather my thoughts, let me get myself together. And then was able to find out that it was a little bit more to it than what those young men were saying. So she didn't jump to take them on her back and save their lives. You know, she didn't do any of that. She approached it differently. And that's what Spirit is asking us to do. You know, we can't always see a problem and fix the problem, even if we think we got the solution. Sometimes the problem is rooted in something that we need to mind our business about because it's not ours to fix. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, every battle is not to be fought. Sometimes we gotta pause and say, wait a minute now, who is the responsible party here? Because the responsible party is the one that needs to fix it. It's not our job. We are not out here made to fix everything that's broken just because we think we can or just because we have the capacity or at that moment in time. No, Spirit is saying pay attention to all them wands that you're picking up, all them burdens that you are carrying on your back. Every last one of them burdens don't belong to you. You get what I'm saying? It don't belong to you. So don't keep accepting things that is not yours. Period. Pooh. You get me? So I when I pull out this vice versa deck, because there's two sides of this, I pull out both sides. So let's see. We got the Nine of Cups and we got the Three of Swords. So there are some in my collective that are dealing with heartbreak, you know, dealing with tragedy, dealing with loss, dealing with frustration, dealing with people who don't respect your boundaries, don't pour back into you. Because with the Nine of Cups, that's that lazy energy. It's considered an ending. Nines are considered endings similar to tens, but it's like the end of the rope, right? Before you could just finally walk off. Well, the Nine of Cups is an energies here with somebody who is very smug, very kept in a very Oh Lord, why that lady very demure? That's coming to me right now, but that's not what I mean. He's not being demure. This dude is being very smug, right? Very lackadaisical, and this is what breaks our hearts: is people who lay back and do nothing in the wake of their carnage. Meaning, if they went and hurt people, they don't fix it. They don't take responsibility. They don't apologize. They don't do whatever it takes to mend it. Or they did everything to break it, right? So this is like the overall energy is why Spirit would say, choose you. Don't choose somebody that's going to give you heartbreak, put you in that contemplative energy of why did this happen to me again? Or why did I let this person do this? Or why did I allow somebody to cross my boundaries? Or why didn't I put my boundaries up sooner? Those coulda, shoulda, woulda moments. Now, we can't necessarily be stuck on that. Excuse me. But people will put you in your head, okay, and make you think all kind of how did I get here situations, right? But I want you to focus on one thing. When choosing you, think about what did you learn? What was the lesson in what you experienced first and foremost? Excuse me. What did you learn? Because if you go through experiences and you don't learn something from it and it hurts, that pain is supposed to be a marker. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to mark the memory of, oh, that was a lesson. I was supposed to learn something from that. That's what that pain was. It's not to stay there permanently, but it's supposed to leave a little scar so that when you go back to another situation, you rub your hand over that invisible scar and wait a minute. I remember I cut myself with this situation that was very similar, and you pause and you stop. You get what I'm saying? You pause, you stop, and you think about it like, wait a minute, I've been here before. How do I handle this? And you make sure not to handle it in a way that's going to cause you more heartbreak. And if you don't get it right that time, too, what did you learn, y'all? Because you got to choose you. You must choose you. And I think sometimes we think when we choose others and we help others and we're in servitude of others that we're choosing ourselves. And in some ways we are when we feel good about what we do, right? But if you're overdoing it and you don't, well, hopefully you realize that you're doing a lot and this person is not pulling any weight or enough weight to even equate to what you're doing in their own life, then you're doing too much and you need to learn a lesson to back off and let them figure it out. Even a mother and father has to allow the child to take the steps on their own. And they have to allow them to fall sometimes. Because if they, how my girl Chase and Mello and them say, if I don't fall, how can I get up? They be cracking me up, right? So it's serious. Like though, sometimes people gotta fall. You have to fall. We all have to fall. Skin our knees. Not like how I feel. Work on our balance. That's that boundaries. Work on your balance. What's good for me? What's not good for me? Hey, Carmen. So you know what I'm saying. So it's a balance in that to basically to get excuse me, to get where comfortable with your boundaries, because a lot of us through childhood our boundaries are crossed a lot, and we tend to allow things to pile up as adults because we can be, not always, used to somebody crossing our boundaries instead of instead of situations where Parents honor your feelings and honor your space and your autonomy. You know, parents don't always do that, you know, or not every parent understands that you have to respect boundaries with a child. You can't always cross them just because you're the parent. And when we don't do that, like we cross their boundaries so much, they have no autonomy when they go in the world. They don't know how to tell somebody no. Stop. Don't do that. I don't agree with that. I'm leaving. You know what I mean? All right. Let's get some what is this? Souls. What do you call this again? Let's see the deck box. Souls, wisdom, something. Oh, soul's journey. Energy on this, and then I'm going to start pulling. I'm starting with FGG, and then Tuesday. What did I say? The first card I pulled up, perseverance. Okay, so you got the Knight of Coins, and you got perseverance. Spirit says, "I know I can do whatever I set my mind to." So this is what Spirit is saying. You just got to keep going. Focus on your blessings are coming. Focus on your blessings. Focus on you. Build yourself up. Tell me more, Spirit. Yeah, FGG then Tuesday. Growth. Ooh, I love that. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. This is when the lesson is learned. That's when growth is achieved, when some of the lessons are learned. Every lesson is an opportunity for growth. Once you learn it, a lot of lessons are taught, but not every lesson is accepted, right? But when you accept the lesson, that therefore there's growth because that means you're going to move different. When you are, for example, if you're doing math in school, they start you off with learning your numbers, writing your numbers, right? Then you go to adding basic numbers, 1 plus 1 or 2 plus 2 or whatever, right? Then you move on to your subtraction and then your multiple. All of it builds on each other. You could go as far as trigonometry or beyond. I don't know what else is out there, right? You could go as far as you are willing to go, but each level is growth. Each level teaches you and you move faster. So once you learn your numbers, you don't have to learn your numbers anymore because you've learned it. You don't have to learn basic uh, addition. You've learned it. You built on your skills. So sometimes we do need to repeat a couple of cycles till we get it because we got to remember what the core information we first learned and apply it to what we're experiencing now. So if you are repeating any cycles, if it happens to feel like that right now, don't be too hard on yourself. Think about, all right, what did I learn? Because last time it was this and this time it was this. What did I learn? And see how that information that you gather can assist you in your growth and in your soul's journey. Tell me more. We got service. I mentioned that earlier. I said sometimes we like being in a service to people, right? But the only time service becomes an issue is when whoever we're servicing or whatever we're working on is not reciprocating. This is like going to work and not getting paid enough, but doing more than your share of job, like being a supervisor but being paid as a regular, employee. You know what I'm saying? Or doing the supervisor's job and not having the title or the pay. You got to think about that when you put your energy and your effort into others in other situations. Are you fairly compensated for what you're doing? Make sure your service is making sense. More. If this is your first time, thanks for coming to the channel. Please like, share, and subscribe and join the family. We would love to have you. Blame. Now, this isn't a challenge and a lesson. Blame feels like not fully accepting that responsibility because the card here says, I accept responsibility for my well being. I said last night I mentioned something about blaming two individuals, and I think about it. I feel like I don't really want to use the word blame for that, but I just want to say that people have to accept responsibility for their actions. So I know when things happen to others in the family that the root cause was someone else, we kind of want to blame one person, but it depends on the circumstances. Some people have to accept their complicity in whatever that given situation is. And they got to take responsibility for accepting something that somebody did to them. That's why your boundaries are important. You can't have boundaries if you allow people to do whatever. You can't blame them for being who they are because your boundaries will protect you from them, protect you from engaging in it. It's not them, it's you. Tell me more. So, just so you know, before we do live readings every Thursday and Sunday, we do start off with a collective reading. So, if you're not here to get your own cards read, that's fine. You can always, hang out with us during the collective. Judgment. So it says, I understand that everyone has their own unique past and challenges. Judgment and Tarot, I know that's an oracle card, but Judgment and Tarot is about um, redefining the next step. It's a rebirth, it's a redemption. It may be a new possibility. It's asking for forgiveness. It is actually changing. It's the consistency of being different or better in the situation that you're in. Judgment. What do you want to sacrifice for a new beginning? Okay. All of those things make up judgment. Somebody could be in the middle of something that requires judgment, meaning someone could be in the middle of a divorce or contract disputes or something like that, right? Or leaving a higher level relationship or some sort of commitment, maybe even changing jobs. There's judgment because that all of those things end up in a new beginning some kind of way. Some people could be renewing their relationships, coming to terms, um coming to terms with the circumstances and what they need to change. So there's a lot of good things that can come out of judgment. And then the last card, bottom of the deck, is purpose. I know what I'm here to do. Okay. So with purpose, that's ties into the very first card of perseverance. You persevere for your purpose. Once you learn what you're here to do, once you choose you, everything starts to open up that is for you. You start to see the possibilities. You can make the synopsis in any connection. You start networking. You start building whatever it is that you want to do. It starts to show up for you. It's like spirit is like, oh, the universe is like, you're ready now. Okay. So let me show you this possibility. You might not have paid attention to that, but let me open your eyes to see. Let me have this person call you and just in conversation let you know about this. The world is just opens up when you start to focus on yourself and your purpose. And sometimes you don't automatically know your purpose, but when you realize I now have to focus on me, and maybe I gave too much attention with the 10 of Wands here to others and trying to serve others, maybe my purpose is served better elsewhere in a different capacity. Okay. So take it how it resonates, y'all. If it don't resonate, I get it. Don't take it. Leave it for whoever it resonates with. All right, moving on to the live donation readings. I already received 2 donations from FGG and then Tuesday. So that is what's up next. Oops. If you want to donate to the channel and you want your cards read, you can follow the instructions in the pinned comment by moderator Monica. Okay. All right. Do we want? Let's go with the Kipperish deck. Oh no, I didn't. I didn't, but I got you now. What? My cards right? Hold on. Yeah. All right. Delays. Okay. hmm Okay, I see you, Monica. Oh, I see you, Rochelle. What is okay? All right, all right. Oops. Oh my gosh. All these cards popping up. I didn't even get to say what I need to say. All right, Spirit. Oh, okay. So time stamping for FFG at 31 minutes and go. I will say I saw Karmic Femme and I saw abuse, and I kept putting it back because I wasn't really. Mm, yep, somebody is going through it with a Karmic Femme. Yeah, Karmic Femme, and then we got High Honor. So this is giving father figure right now in this particular question that was asked to me privately. Um, tell me more, Spirit. Tell me more for FFG, FGG. Excuse me. Yeah, this is what I got. So we spoke earlier about um what was going on with a certain situation, and I explained to you that typically when that type of person and the specific person we were talking about, when they are quiet, is because of this. Life is hitting them hard, so hard and fast. They don't have time, they don't have the energy, they can't pick their head up to go even do what they normally do to others. So right now they're getting pummeled. And they're not the type of person that will let it easily be seen, because they want to be seen in high honor. They're quiet right now because all they got is complaints. Mm, wow. All they have is complaints. Tell me more. And um they could be dealing with somebody who's trying to enamor them with a love spell, meaning trying to hold on to them with against their will kind of situation, like not allow them to have free will. So it's causing some an abusive situation, and or they could be abusing someone. Yeah, see, karmic femme is forcing her way out. Somebody could have went to a priest or some sort of somebody diviner that would cast a spell, because we don't do that here on this channel, okay? But there's a karmic femme involved. Somebody feels abused by them. Now, this could be their mother energy, because this what's this sweetheart card is, she's considered the Queen of Cups. So she could be someone who comes on sweet, smells good, looks the part, feels nice, talks sweetly. Maybe people have really good things to say about them. Those people that are not close to them will probably have really nice things to say about that person. But underneath the surface, she's a straight karmic femme. Oh shoot. Hold on. Yep. And he is more like this is given um like King of Wands in reverse, a toxic energy who lust after a lot of things that are not good for them, especially with abuse here. This person was abused possibly as a child, because that's in past energy, and they could be very well abusive, but they are going through it, and it is a karmic feminine involved that's taking them through it. And if they're quiet in your life right now, and that's probably what you're wondering, like what's going on with them, is because that right now they got the karmic fem taking them through it. Because this person deals with their lower vibrations more than their higher vibrations. So they're attracted to money. They're attracted to, uh, segs. You know what I'm saying? I gotta learn how to be cleaner on this channel because I don't know what they want. And I'm hearing all these code words. So if I sound crazy, that's why I hope you can decode as I figure it out. I'm good for making up a word. But this person, they really are cardinal. They deal with their lower vibration before they don't really think first. They act. This person could be very reckless too, because they move with urges. They don't move with common sense. They move with urges. Let me see. They got a lot of pride and ego. Spirit said lots of pride and ego. Very stubborn. Very nasty. Maybe that's why when I came up here, I kept thinking, I'm a nasty girl, nasty. I'm a nasty, nasty, nasty. I'm a nasty girl. Is that Diddy? They might as well be Diddy. They might as well be Diddy because they want control. And if they got a mother like Diddy did or does, she didn't do anything to tame how lustful this person is. You better not be trying to play no daggone Diddy. What are you talking about, Ralph? Empathy. Oh, since I'm open to seeing both sides of the situation, this person might be the type of person that abused by playing on somebody's empathy. Or this queen, I'm sorry, yeah, this Queen of Cups, sweetheart slash karmic femme knows how to play on somebody's top. Like she definitely knows how to play on somebody's brain. Like especially if she's the mother of a lustful karmic masculine, she she did a lot to warp the way they think. Okay, a lot. Tell me more. And peace. This person, spirit said they don't get no peace in this situation. This person, like I said, it's the duality of this person, because one moment she's peaceful and loving and looks the part and is the part, and the next minute nothing is good enough and she is out of control and she's disrespectful or she's smothering. So this person, they never know what they're gonna get with her, and they have a distorted viewpoint on how they see women in particular through this feminine. And I feel strongly this is a mother. I don't feel like it's a baby mother. I feel like it's their mother. And they're very distorted because she in and out of uh so whatever her diagnosis should be, if she's never been diagnosed, she play on that hard. She play on their sympathies. She plays on their low vibrations. She probably tell them, go get this girl, go get that girl, and just send them like a little bunny rabbit. Go on out there and get her. She's the type of person to leave her son with somebody neglectful, like a predatory type of babysitter, and that would turn them out. You know what I'm saying? This, people are just reckless with their children sometimes, and that's the kind of vibe I'm getting. I got priest here in the challenge and thing. I feel like she might pretend to be religious, or she might use religion in some way. So she could be the type of Jezebel energy that would not be married to, oh no, Spirit said both. She could either be married to a preacher or not be married to the preacher and be the preacher's side chick. Don't ask me where that came from, but that's the kind of vibe I get about her. She need a shot of your medicine. No, she need more than a shot of your medicine. Shoot. Remember them lobotomies they used to do back in the day? Thought they was helping people. Some people probably still need that crap. I don't know what made them think that that was okay, but yeah, so a lot of different types out there, y'all. All right, so we moving on to Tuesday. You want career advice? Where's my career card? Hold on. Let me get my money deck. Nasty, nasty. Okay. It's usually hit or miss. I don't know. But what's up with them is they going through it and it's a feminine energy. Why? That person also, before I pulled Tuesday, that person might self-isolate a lot, which looks like they're hiding or whatever, but and they are. It's just, I think this karmic puts them in a lot of abuse victims, children abuse victims tend to isolate because their emotions aren't taken seriously by their parent. Especially, well, I won't say more boys and girls, but what I would say is about boys is that they're told suck it up, tuck your feelings, you a man, be a man, you a boy, so you can't have feelings, right? So they tend to isolate a lot. Women can do that as well. I think I just don't see it as much in my own personal life to gauge that, but I do know people that do it, feminine that do it. I do feel like this feminine energy puts that person in their head a lot, so they get quiet for a little while before they can't come out swinging with their chaos. All right, Spirit, tell me about Tuesday's money prospects. You got many men. All right. You got many choices. Opportunities are abound when you are in a dilemma. All roads lead to Rome. Look at your options. Spirit's saying you got a lot of possibilities, but you already knew that. So I don't know what's being presented to you as of today, but Spirit said, and that's past energy, that you still had a lot of options. So it's not like you got one road, you know what I'm saying? And they all lead to money. Tell me more. Love affair. Uh-oh. Be aware that love affairs at work rarely, what? Love affairs at work rarely and well. Mm, this is what I told you, I warned you about before. Now, I don't know if that has any impact on you right now. Just be careful of having any love affairs at work or working with people that you have love affairs with. Okay? Keep that in mind. And then fertility, it's time to think about family, life, and children. Don't sacrifice family for career. So think about when you think about your options, just be careful that it doesn't interrupt family time. You know, boundaries at work. I can work these hours, and if I do overtime up to this time, but I can't go beyond that time, or something like that. You got to really think about your structure, your time, and how you spend time with your family first and foremost. All right. Tell me more. Social status. You will reach the heights of fame in society. So you get ready to elevate. You're getting ready to elevate. Or maybe it's a challenge to elevate in some way, but you're gonna reach the heights of your society. So you might have some haters. But you can't worry about them. Tell me more. Don't get your meat where you get your bread. And then perfect fit. So something's coming. Finding the right path to fit with the soul, the ideal job. No, who wrote these cards? But some of them make sense, and some like what? It says you're meant to be here, so you're heading in the right direction. Um, what's the overall energy though? But you're exhausted, feeling financially drained, lacking viable options. But I really feel like this is just a limbo period for you right now. I just feel like this is very temporary, and that you don't need to. What's about? Well, I can't do that right now. Put it back. Okay, turn it back around. Put it back in the air fryer now, and just leave it there. So you feel a little drained, but you're not lacking. You have many choices, so you're not lacking viable options. And what ends your reading is a perfect fit. So sometimes it's just when you go through stuff and you've been through some things, right? Can't take that from you. It just gets a little tiring. Like, come on, what are we doing? Why is this person on this kind of nonsense? Why can't we just be professional? You know what I'm saying? And I think that might be the frustrating part is wanting people to be professional and respectful and do their job. When I used to work for a major department store, I used to do my job. But when the family of that chain would come in the store or announce that they were coming, you would think the royal family from England was coming and everybody was extra doing their job and stressed out. And I'm like, y'all, if you was doing your job every day, when these people walk in here would be no reason to stress. We have a checklist we supposed to do. We do it. What extra do we need to do? Maybe a little extra dusting that housekeeping and get. I don't know. But I'm just gonna do my job. And I feel like we're not in society getting people that want to come and do their job. And that is one of the biggest problems. So that permeates, and that's usually, I believe attitude comes from the top. So if the attitude from the top is laissez faire, uh, they could do this, they could do that. It impacts everybody along the chain. It's just that some people are more analytical, some people are more um they pick up on the problems easier and better than others. And you happen to be one. You know what I'm saying? All right, tell me more. Love says, I'm committed to the practice and seeing the good in all things. So this is back to choosing you, doing what you love. That's too many cards. I'm not taking all those. You got to put your regrets behind you. Literally, put your regrets behind you. Maybe you regret taking a job. Maybe you regret um saying a thing or doing a particular thing. Just put that behind you. Focus on your positives. You got options. Tell me more. Service. Yeah, you get ready back in the saddle. You getting back in the saddle again. It's about to bring you peace. You're gonna feel less exhausted. It's going to be all right. This is where I'm supposed to be. This is the money I'm supposed to be getting right now, and we gonna keep this thing moving. So I feel like something's coming, but I think, well, I definitely told you privately that in the past, do not settle, do not shortchange yourself. If you have options that will take you higher than your regular heights, go for that. Go for that. Don't let somebody sit there and say, "Well, I'm gonna, I know you used to do this, but I have to reduce you to that." No, you got too many options to be reduced. So make sure you getting what's fair and you don't overdo your service. All right, so take it how it resonate, y'all, or Tuesday in particular. Now we're moving on to Monica and then Rochelle. You're welcome. All right, Monica. I'm looking for the deck that I want, but it's not hitting me yet. Hold on. I'm coming. I'm coming. What do I want? Mm, mm, mm. Um, hmm, make sure. All right, found it. Found it. Bear with me. Oh, okay. I see. I see it, Ralph. What you doing up so late? Your meds didn't kick in yet? All right, Spirit, give me a message from Monica. What she need to know. The lovers, you made a choice. Mustard Mayhem. Robert Jenkins, how you doing? Patience. Okay. Spirit said you got patience with yourself because of the choices that you made. You got the lovers card. You got patience. That's the seven of coins. You're investing in yourself, right? So when you okay, so that if you do, then I'll timestamp you too. Um you're reinvesting in yourself. You're making a different choice because the lovers is in a past energy. Tell me more. I know a Robert Jenkins too. Transformation. This is what you're going through right now. So your growing pains hurt a little bit. A little bit. Because this is death energy. When we wrestle with things and we struggle with some things, it's not comfortable. It doesn't feel good. Okay. And a lot of times there's things that we may have been avoiding. We didn't know what we were even avoiding. And then something brings it up, brings it to the surface, and we got to address it. We got to address it or it's going to address us. You know what I'm saying? Tell me more. What's the challenge? That ain't a challenge enough. Tell me more. Yeah, we do a lot of comparison. And during that time and struggle, this is Five of Swords, but in this card is comparison. Um, Interestingly enough, when the Five of Swords is in reverse, it typically means compromise. But this is comparison. So I feel like you may be psychoanalyzing a lot of things, what contrast in your life. Okay. Well, this was this and this was that, and you may be looking out how bad something was or how good it was, and just looking at it from multiple angles. It's kind of like, well, let's just say, I don't know. I'm gonna just give you an inanimate object as an example. You had a rocking chair when you were a kid, and then when you got older, you found something similar, but it was iron. So the one that you got when you were a kid was wooden, and then you have the iron, and you still have both. And you thinking to yourself, well, I kind of like the wooden one. I kind of like the bend and how it felt, when I rocked in it, and it creaks a little bit more now. It's not as young and spry as it was when I first got it, but it it did it did what I needed it to do. And then you got an iron one, it works well, but it gets super hot in the summer if I leave it outside. Like you're thinking of all these things about something. But what you got to get to is the you in it. How do you feel about it? Whatever it is, how does it impact you? What do you learn? What did you learn? What did you learn? Maybe you learned that the carpenters were like, compared to a blacksmith. I don't know. I'm just putting something out there because whatever your personal struggle is, your personal struggle, right? But you're doing a lot of comparison right now. You're looking at maybe other people's relationships versus the ones you had, you know? It took me a long time. Well, no, it took me to high school to realize some of my relationships weren't um I don't know if it would be typical or similar to my peers. You get what I'm saying? Like when girls I knew used to go get their hair and nails done with their mother. I didn't have that experience with my mother. I did with my stepmom, but not my mom. So it was interesting how, they could talk about that. It felt like bragging to me at the time, but it was normal for them. So I wasn't jealous of it. I was just interested, like, wow. Because I don't think I thought that I even wanted to do, I didn't even want to do that with her. It wasn't really something, we did other things, but that wasn't it for me. And I was like, wow, that just seemed like girlfriend stuff. But I looked at it later and I thought to myself, they probably had some really good, healthy relationships with their mothers. That's different. I never thought about it like that. You get what I'm saying? So you may be comparing a lot of situations to what you had and how it impacted you. Tell me more. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, so all right. Two cards popped out. I was just pulling out one. I got the Queen of Swords and letting go, Eight of Cups. So this may have caused you some tears as you purge or release the energies. You're being smart about it though, Spirit says, because with the Queen of Swords, it's like you're you're in your head about it, so you're more intellectual in how you're analyzing how you felt or what had happened to you. Because I feel like this is past energy, right? Or maybe how you'll approach it in the future because you've let certain aspects of that go. Okay. Um it's kind of like when somebody gets to the stage of divorce. Now it's like I've expended all my emotions for you. Um, Things have not worked out. So the next thing I do is go to the legal system and just sever this contract with you. Something like that. But all I know is you've gotten to the point where you're kind of casting aside the emotional part or purging as we speak the emotional part and getting more into the analytical side of it. Um, as a Gemini and a ruminator, a fellow ruminator, I would say, try not to get so caught in the analytical side and just accept things for what they are and then let it go. If it's the past, it's past, and let it go doesn't mean um excuse it. That's not what I'm saying. Letting go means, all right, I gotta release that attachment to that emotion about it, and I gotta let that go. That hurt me. It was traumatic. It was painful. Whatever it was. But now it's time for me to move on. Again, what's the theme of tonight? Choosing you. So when you get a chance, read the thumbnail. But that's what it's about. Choosing you, letting it go. You know, when we spoke the other night, I was saying to you, I don't care. Remember? But I said, it's not that I don't care. It's just I don't care to analyze it anymore. I don't care to justify it. I don't care to understand it anymore or even empathize with it. I'm just accepting that it is what it is. So I really don't care to allow my brain to do all the other things, the mental gymnastics I would do about that particular situation. I release it. I just let it go. And when you do that, you start to become numb to the emotions of it, right? It's one of those things that it can't trigger you no more. It don't move you any kind of way. You just numb. That's when like divorces really show up, is when the person's like, I'm just over it. I don't care what you do. You know what I'm saying? I could care less. And it's not because I don't care. It's just I really don't care. I can't. Sometimes I don't know how to put it in words other than to say you're just over it, and that is the surrender, to be over it. But you gotta go through it to get over it. You don't just get over it, whatever it is. Sometimes you just got to go through some emotions. Sometimes that one last cry about it set you right. I remember one time I cried about something by myself. I cried. And then when I was done, I want to say not immediately, but a little later in the day, I realized, oh, I was crying this morning. Well, what was I crying? I kind of know what I was crying for, but I didn't feel that feeling anymore. It's like I just got it out. It was over. All right, so what's the bottom of the deck? Spirit said, get out of your head. This is Page of Swords, but this Page of Swords in this deck is like that monkey mind. It's kind of like things getting all scrambled up. It's time to purge and release it. Release it. Like try to get, if it's a snot cry, go on snot cry. Don't hold back the cry is what I'm trying to say. Sometimes pouring it out is the best way to release it. And then you don't feel no need to keep crying over it. Especially if you're not reliving it, in the physical. That's part of the transformation. Making different choices. Choosing you. Going through the transformation. That little ugly girl cry, You need some tissue and your face was all contorted. And like, damn, I didn't even recognize myself. Uh-huh. Let that shit out. Let it go. Let it go. You don't need it anymore. And then you laugh and you go, wow. Glad I got that shit out my system. Rochelle. All right. And anybody that's your first time here, if you're a new subscriber, thank you. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Join us in our spiritual lounge. We got a lot of good things coming up real soon. And the only way to stay in the know is to be here. So be here or be square. Snot it on out. Just got that tissue box ready. All right. You're welcome. Here, give me a message for Rochelle. Rochelle, my belle. We got karmic masculine energy in the past. Tell me more from Rochelle. Spirit said you gotta get out your head over what hurt you in the past. And the karmic femmes. Oh, you got karmic femme and karmic masculine? Girl. Yeah. That energy. Hold on. Yeah, it's time to. Ooh, somebody's song coming to mind, and I can't get it out because I can't. I'm not seeing it. The spirit said you're supposed to be unbothered. All right, so you got karmic masculine here. This was in your past. It's time to let that energy go. But spirit says you in your head about it. So you are over there worry about past energies that you need to release. I don't care if they, you know, I'm gonna tell you kind of like Monica when it comes to the snot cry. It, some of what helps you purge what somebody's done to you is when you allow yourself to be angry about it. When you don't dismiss it or excuse it anymore, that you literally say to yourself, you know, that mother effer did da 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 da, and I don't appreciate it. And I don't care if some of that you create in your head and it feel a little delusional. Just get angry enough to release them, honestly, because it will pull you out of that bondage of, well, if things could have been different, the woulda, coulda, shoulda, because the spirit saying you stuck in your head a little bit about it, and it's time to let some shit go. In the hidden energy though, you do have some karmic feminines in your life that you also gonna have to put to rest. They don't belong. They may come as some sweethearts. They may come as old friends. They may come as not so old friends, but they may be people who don't deserve you, your energy in in their lives. You bring an energy that may improve their life, but they don't necessarily do the same for you. That is a telltale sign they need to be released off the roster. Let them go. Stop answering the phone. Block them if you have to. It depends on what how egregious their situation is with you, but let them go. I know a lot of people might be thinking, not a lot of people, because I don't block a lot of people, but there's probably people that I've cut off or just stopped talking to may think I've blocked them. I don't even bother, to be honest. I don't. But I don't know. I no longer put that much energy into cutting you off. I just leave you the fuck alone. You might feel ghosted. I don't know. But if you cause me pain, if you're manipulative energy, if you're not good for me, I just let it go. I don't block you because ain't no hate. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't feel unprotected. But I might, if I feel that if you won't leave me alone. I had one. She didn't. She decided that she would apologize to me for something she did, and then she wasn't gonna leave me alone. Meaning, every few months, I got a call or text. You want this? Oh, like she was trying to buy back my friendship, but the friendship was dead. You know, once the trust was broken, that was a dead deal. And it took my husband to say one day, "Won't you just block her?" And I'm like, "Duh, you're right." She got blocked. Nobody else got blocked. I don't be blocking people. I just leave. I block you from my energy. I just leave you alone. And I don't just stop talking to people that I have an issue with. Sometimes I just don't have time. So maybe it is that too. But I know with a karmic fem and karmic masculine energy and bondage in the middle, you be having people come at you from all sides with the bullshit. And you be feeling trapped because you be feeling some kind of obligated. But that also stems from not feeling protected as a child. You know, when you feel the strength of your parents, you can emulate the strength of your parents because you don't feel as unprotected, right? Or that you can't stand up for yourself. You get emboldened. You're able to stand up, feeling even if your parents were gone, it helps you feel emboldened enough to stand forward because you know what you were taught as a child. But when you don't feel protected, you can be easily influenced by karmic masculines and or feminine. So you gotta stand up for yourself in a way for that little inner child of yours. You gotta be her parent. You have to reparent her and you have to make promises to her that you're gonna protect her and keep her safe from people that would do her harm. That don't reciprocate and show love back to her. You got to be the one to say, you know what? That's it. It ends here. And then you got the challenges of putting certain situations to rest. There you go. Exactly, Carmen. So it's time to transition. It's time to put old ways behind you. Anything that might be in any way a people pleasing attribute, or characteristic about yourself, or an overgiver in some way. It's time to be selfish, Spirit said. It really is time to be selfish. And it's time to be so selfish and I'm skipping a card because I'm going to go back to it, that you are in a state of, let me just put this is at the bottom of the deck. Hold on. Bliss. Unbothered. You are good. Peace, joy, everything works out for you and for your highest good. No pessimism is allowed in this energy. Happiness. You attract more happiness. Why? Because you're keeping your vibrations high. You're not stooping down on anybody in these karmics level. You're not. Let me tell you something. And I'm gonna go toward like when it comes to revenge or getting your lick back with people who are very passive aggressive with you, like trying to trigger you into a rage or a fit. Um, it's better to be calm, to be quiet, to not react to it, to allow them to have their moment and let them work themselves up while you remain calm, cool, and collected. They don't know how to take that. They really don't. They don't know what to do with that when people want to poke at you and pull your buttons out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like folks that with bad intentions don't know what to do with that energy. They just, oh, well, she didn't get mad, so and they could keep trying stuff until they trip their own selves up, till they work themselves up and tell on themselves, really. So you got to pull back your energy, pull back any need to seek revenge, and just watch the chips fall where they may, because they do. They do. Spirit saying it's time for you to boss up. This is King of Wands energy. You know, one good thing that men do for themselves is when they can't be bothered, they ain't bothered. They will block you, move on, be quiet, step away, isolate, ghost. They do everything. When it ain't for them no more, they done with it. That is a very masculine trait, to cut something the hell off. And Spirit's saying you need to get into your boss energy and shut stuff down. Because there's no reason for you to be stuck in the middle or feeling like you gotta hold on to pain, hold on to everybody else's stuff. You know, you're supposed to be here. This is the overall energy Spirit wants you to achieve. That unbotheredness, that peace, that bliss, that joy, that happiness to be alive. Spirit said, find more things to be grateful for. If you haven't started your gratitude jar or journal, do it. If you have, add to it. It's time to be resonating in the energy of happiness, not the energy of stress. We got enough coming at us in our environment to stress us out, that we can choose to be happy or we can choose to be stressed. All right. Tell me more. I don't know. If you ask me a specific question, trust me, I didn't see it. Let me see. No, I don't see it. Love affair. Be aware of love affairs at work. Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. I told you before, and it's the first thing that came to mind too when it came to love affair. That's that karmic masculine. Okay, that karmic masculine is the work situation you got going on. So you gotta think about, you don't love it enough. Don't have an affair with it. It's time to move on. Tell me more. Gambling. You gotta take a chance. Now, this is excessive gambling. I know that you're not an excessive gambler, but what I heard was, be careful. Stop. Don't gamble your situation with that job. Gamble your way up out of there, meaning take a risk. Don't risk everything staying there. Risk leaving there. Okay? Bottom of the deck, home base, right. Says home is the harbor of the soul. It's the safest place you can be. So you need a home base position, okay, that brings more money, less stress, maybe no talking, I don't know, or focus on education that will get you to a different plateau, a different level, but don't rest there. That's not a long-term situation. It's time to plant some other seeds. You get me? All right, Ralphie, baby. Then I got to go. Spirit, give me a message for Ralph. What does he need to know? The time stamp for this for Ralph. Are you there? 77 minutes for Ralph. Okay. Sanjana, please read the pinned comments. Karma, Ralph. Karma was served already. That's past energy. Tell me more. Single? Ooh, you got your new lady. We got Karma here. Now we got Queen of Wands energy, so you may be attracted to somebody or somebody attracted to you, boo boo. But we got karmic feminine, so careful. You always got this multiple women situation going on. I don't know what that's about. Tell me more. Yes, community. Getting back to the community or something. Tell me more. Moving on. Spirit said you about to be outside. You about to be outside. Hold on. Bondage, you too? Oh, okay. So this has been the feeling that you have felt for some months now. We already know. Um, but you about to break free because Spirit said you about to be outside. You moving on. You get ready to go outside. You got some things going on, but you still got a karmic femme. I don't know who that might be, but you got a karmic femme energy. Somebody toxic, could be the baby mama, could be somebody that you was considering dating. Oops, excuse me, y'all. But you got a karmic femme. So concern yourself with that because you do not want that energy impacting you. That's in the hidden energy. So it's somebody you know, that's like you, that you talk to, that you communicate with. Um, they may be hiding something behind their back, like with her friend, with hands behind her back. They may have tricks up their sleeve. They may be a liar. They may be, um, oh, I heard fruity for Cocoa Pops. Maybe, or they could just be somebody with, not good intentions, meaning intentions to use, but not really contribute, or intentions to trap. is what I'm hearing. Because a karmic feminine is not coming to be cute. They're not. They're coming to seek and destroy, is what they're really all about. So you gotta be careful with whomever that might be, because they may be somebody that just has some ill intentions. So you gotta focus and trust your intuition and your guidance with that person. They could be the one that's single, sexy, and successful. They could very well be that person. But that does not mean they know how to give back to a giver. That does not mean they know how to be consistent. And you may just move on from them too, with moving on here. So they could be here for a short time, but not a long time, or a good time, but not a long time. So just be careful with them kind of energies, because those are the kind of energies that will have you having expectations that you don't need to have, because they really don't. If you really stood back and say you looked at it like this, and here's how I want you to see the women that come in your life. If your friend was you and your friend was talking to them, based on what you see how they move with your friend, meaning you, how would you advise your friend about that person? Would you tell your person to sit and wait for them to make a move? Would you tell your friend to deal with somebody inconsistent? Would you tell your friend to take a chance with them? If the answer is, if that was my friend's girl, my friend was going through what I was going through, and you really like put your face on that friend, meaning, you know, one of your closest buddies, and you think to yourself, nah, she ain't really coming to the table enough for my homie. Think about it that way. Then you will get the answer you need. Because sometimes when we personally are so engulfed in whatever we're in, we really don't use a non-objective eye for it, right? But if we pull ourselves back and just kind of like, if that was my friend dating this person, how would they act? You could start seeing them at a whole different perspective. Like, wait a minute, nah, you know what I mean? Yeah, and they need to stay out on the curb because they for the streets, okay? And you moving on. They might have been community, snatch, okay? I don't know, but mm-mm. Mm-mm. And the challenge is your community. So could be somebody who you may know, or people that comes around in the community, just I don't know. Use your intuition. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I can't make a choice for you. I don't know what your situation, because you're not asking me something specific for Spirit to give me a yes or no. So I'm telling you, I'm reminding you. Even if I could give you a yes or no, you got to follow your gut and your intuition. And if you feel too steep in it, and a lot of stuff is happening, start, like I said, looking at them from a different perspective, and imagine that person doing whatever they did to you, to your homeboy. What would you tell them? All right. All right, Spirit, give me some more messages for Ralph. We did good, y'all, tonight. I don't think we had too many people to pew pew. Spirit, give me a message for Ralph. Honesty. So part of your lesson is honesty. It says I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect that from myself, or expect it from myself. So um I don't ever think you have an issue with being dishonest, but we do have this retrograde in Neptune, and retrograde in Neptune Neptune allows for us to hold on to delusions, right? So in retrograde, it's kind of releasing us from that. So any delusions that we didn't realize were, they coming to the surface. They coming in your face, undeniable. Like, wait. I was excusing this behavior. I was trying to get this person the benefit of the doubt. I was trying to let this slide. I was trying to see if they do something different. So the spirit said, mm-mm-mm. If they're not coming to you with integrity and trust and good character, no Iwa leave them where they there. Leave them right where them there. Trust. Listen, I don't know who this karmic femme situation is, but with trust and honesty, this person was a liar, like a big time liar. Um, they didn't just present themselves in a way of, I just want to hang out. This person told some tall tales. They may have lied about children or living arrangements, circumstances, or whatever. Whew, if they're out of your life, good riddance. Tell me more. Give me one more. Spirit. And regret. And they regret it. I know I cannot change the past. Spirit said, don't you regret it though. Maybe I don't know if you tossed in your mind like, man, maybe I should have, could have, would have. Mm-mm. A loss is a loss and a win is a win. And this was a loss, let it go. And it becomes a win when you choose yourself, right? That's the thing, choosing yourself. You can't win with somebody that's not honest and truthful, that you're able to trust. You can't win with them. They're going to disappoint every time. Bottom of the deck, yeah. There is no greater thing than to love. It says, I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Love yourself first and foremost. And the more you love yourself, honestly and truly learn what it takes to love you. You you will stop allowing that energy to creep in. Like, you won't entertain conversations with people that's not about on the same frequency as you. You won't feel the need. You won't see the need. You won't do the deed. You will not. You will not. So that's your reading, Ralph. Take it how it resonates. If it don't resonate, don't take it. But somebody is a regret. And I feel like the regret is more that you might have peeped what they were doing or what they were about. Kind of like a regret of getting caught. Not so much the regret or the repentance for doing whatever the thing is. So again, take out resonates. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you get notified the next time we're on. I'm gonna try to come tomorrow, but if I do, it'll be a late collective. Um, yeah, I got some things to do. Y'all, I'm hyped right now. Like, this year is about to be different. And I think I've been getting my mind ready for this. So thank you to Carmen for many gifts. Um, Thank you to Rochelle. Thank you, Monica. Thank you, Ralph. Thank you, Tuesday. Thank you all for your uh, donations. Allow me to read your energy. Thank you for the viewers and subscribers that came along to watch tonight. I appreciate your watch time and your new subs. So appreciate you all. Thank you for so much, and good night, y'all. Peace.